A teen seriously hurt in a Floyd County crash last month is slowly improving. Up next, we'll talk to her sister about her quirky personality.
This week is Severe Weather Awareness Week across the state of Kentucky. Straight ahead, hear about how at 10:07 today, people across the Commonwealth prepared in case a tornado were to ever strike.
The weekend looks warmer, but we have to get through a few systems first. Those details now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. On February 23rd, a crash in Floyd County nearly killed 18-year-old Kate Lackey. However, she's slowly improving and was recently taken off a ventilator. Doctors plan to move Kate to Good Samaritan Hospital today. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked to her sister about their journey since the crash.
A creator.
Kate was her own person. She's always had a very unique, creative personality.
Known for her quirky personality, Kate Lackey had her hands into a little bit of everything.
And it seemed that every month was a different genre of creation.
From painting, videography, cheerleading, and even makeup.
I've got this bomb makeup on by Kate Lackey.
She would have been doing my makeup today.
But everything changed after a car crash in Floyd County.
You see things online or you hear about them on the news and you just don't think that that could be a reality for your family.
She was on her way from a friend's house when the crash happened.
I didn't expect to get to the hospital and her not be responsive.
As the youngest of three, Kate never let her size lessen her voice.
If she wanted to do something, no one was going to stop her, and that's why I feel like that this recovery may be long, but she's going to get there.
And although these crash photos are hard to look at,
she has already came farther faster than what they expected.
Family say she is a miracle, and she's fighting every day. In Floyd and Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Police are still investigating the cause of that crash. Today at 10:07 a.m., people across the Commonwealth reacted to a tornado drill during Severe Weather Awareness Week. Here in the mountains, students at Hazard Middle School took time out of their day to make sure they know what to do should the worst ever happen. WYMT's Will Puckett was there as students filed into the hallways to practice.
The position is not a comfortable one.
No matter how uncomfortable it is, but it is uncomfortable.
Marching into the hallway, dropping down on your hands and knees, and putting your hands over your head.
And they make sure everybody has their hands down and their knees down, and I get it to protect us is what their goal is.
A lot of these kids are probably too young to remember the tornadoes on March 2nd, 2012. But despite the rarity of that event, the teachers know it's important to prepare.
Well, that is the mindset. You know, a lot of students think that it can't happen here. So one of the things we try to talk about is that a few years ago, you know, in Morgan County, West Liberty, unfortunately, that did happen.
Wednesday's drill took place as people across the South are cleaning up.
This is now a statewide tornado drill.
After a tornado killed 23 people in Alabama.
It just makes it real life. I think instead of it just being a drill, they see, hey, you know, this could actually happen, and it has actually happened. So it puts it in their mind that, you know, this is a real thing that could occur. Our number one priority is always student safety. So, you know, you plan for the worst, but you hope for the best.
Making sure students stay safe at school, no matter what happens. In Hazard, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Severe Weather Awareness Week continues through Friday.
Well, mostly sunny skies, cold temperatures, really been the big story for us across eastern Kentucky. And look at this beautiful view to end the day. We go to the Stonecrest Country Club or golf course up there, and you'll notice right now we're looking at the sun setting below the horizon, blue skies all around, even there in Whitesburg at the MCHC camera, and we continue to look at mostly clear skies. That's not going to last for long, unfortunately, as cloud covers work again from the southwest to the northeast, and that's going to be our big story as this next system rolls in. Notice temperatures, they're in those low to mid 30s at this time, 35 in Hazard, 33 in Harlan, with 30 degrees in Rowan County. Of course, tonight's low temperatures, depending on your locations, those lower 30s expected for many. 21 in Jackson, 21 in Heidemann, and 26 in Whitesburg. Really not much changing as you work to the northeast. Steve, most locations tonight, low to mid 20s across our area, but we do begin to warm up. We'll break down how warm coming up in a few short moments.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, some sad news we've learned in the last half hour. Longtime host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, says he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. In a YouTube video released today, Trebek says he knows the prognosis is not very encouraging, but he is going to fight the disease and keep working. He joked that he has to win the battle because he's under contract to host Jeopardy for 3 more years. Trebek, who is 78 years old, has hosted the program since the show's revival premiered in syndication way back in 1984. We are learning more about a school bus crash in Indiana that injured dozens of people this morning. A relative of one of the students says the school bus swerved to miss a car and crashed into the back of a garbage truck. Multiple students were taken to the hospital as a precaution. One student was taken to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. A witness at the scene says one student had 2 broken legs and another student had to get stitches. One student on the bus talked about the moment the crash happened.
I was just riding on the bus, playing on my phone with my friend, and all I saw was dust, and I heard people screaming and people just yelling, and I was on the back of the bus. I already knew what to do. I went to the back of the bus, the guy was helping me out and stuff, and then after that it was total chaos.
The garbage truck driver was outside of the truck at the time and was injured by debris. The driver was also taken to the hospital. A Northwest Atlanta restaurant is destroyed after fire ripped through it early this morning. The fire started around 2:45 a.m. at the Bees Cracklin' Barbecue on Main Street. Officials say the owner of the restaurant arrived before fire crews and actually tried putting out the flames himself, but the fire spread too quickly. The roof of the building collapsed as crews were battling heavy flames. No injuries were reported. The cause of that fire remains under investigation. The president's former fixer is on Capitol Hill for a 4th day as House Democrats continue to ramp up investigations into his administration and business dealings. Pressure from new congressional investigations is mounting as the president's former personal attorney Michael Cohen returned to Capitol Hill for another closed-door session with lawmakers. Judiciary Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler requested documents from 81 people and entities following last week's public testimony from Cohen.
We put out a statement and called Chairman Nadler's absurd and abusive fishing expedition exactly what it is.
Experts say both sides may end up in court in a fight over access to the documents. Advocates for medicinal marijuana say they still have hope that lawmakers will approve their bill. The expected vote is the first movement for the bill since it was assigned to the committee last month. Angela Reigert is live at the Capitol for us tonight with the timeline of Senate Bill 136. Angela?
Yeah, Steve, this is really a last-ditch effort to get a medical marijuana bill moving with only days left in this session. House Bill 136 is expected to be up for a vote tonight in the House Judiciary Committee. This after bill sponsor, Republican Representative Jason Nemeth, said yesterday he has the commitment from the committee chair to have it called for a vote, rekindling the hope of supporters. Of course, those people are saying medical marijuana will help thousands of Kentuckians dealing with chronic pain. Now, lawmakers announced plans for the legislation early in the session. Since then, it's received many bipartisan co-sponsors. This is one of 4 cannabis-related bills filed that are also stuck in committee. Now, it is notable Governor Matt Bevin has said in the past, depending on how a bill is written, he would support legalizing medical marijuana. This committee did meet earlier today, but they weren't able to get through their whole agenda before the House went into full session. We're told once they adjourn for the night, the plan is still for this committee to meet in hopes of taking a vote. For now, reporting live in Frankfort, Angela Reigert, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Angela, I know you'll keep following it, and we'll have an update tonight at 11. Thank you. Coming up here on Mountain News at 5:30, a convicted sex offender somehow makes it on a school bus full of kindergarten students. Now some parents are wanting answers.
And we're tracking clear skies for now, but changes are coming. In fact, high pressure moving out and our next system 24 hours away. Those details in 5 minutes.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
We believe it's the pride in our work that makes Window World America's largest exterior remodeler. Need windows, doors, or siding? We've got you covered. Window World, simply the best for less.
We at the Kentucky Lottery are celebrating our 30th anniversary, and times have changed. 30 years ago, there was no GPS. There were maps that no one could fold correctly. We had social networks if you count talking to people. There were no memes, no streaming videos or music. The smartphone? Pure science fiction. But you could win a whole $2,500 on a scratch-off. Well,